Last episode of the season, Vince, you ready? I know saying goodbye can be tough, but we're professionals, right? Can't be that hard, right? Vince? Vince, dude.
Why does everybody keep calling me Vince? Let's get the show started already.
Oh my God. What's up, everybody? This is the season finale of the 110 Football Show in partnership with Adidas. I'm Connor Kolopsis, and as you can clearly see, this is Vince LaRosa, not stud defender, supporter shield winner, a man of over 300 MLS appearances, LAFC legend.
They get the point. I'm not Jordan Harvey.
Yeah, but do you know that, Vince?
I'm well aware. But speaking of Jordan Harvey, we've got a great LAFC season review show to get to, and we have very special guests waiting for us in the fan cave.
Oh.
So let's not waste any more of their time, huh?
Yes, let's not, Vince.
You think LAFC players ever confused you with Jordan when you worked there?
Jay, please help me out here. Can you just tell us what's coming up on the rest of this final show of the season?
I want to help you out, Vince. You look nothing like Jordan Harvey. He is way more handsome, so. All right, 31 episodes. I mean, that's 26 more than Seinfeld's first season. I mean, next year, we're going to win an Emmy or a Webby. Okay, we got a grand espectacular coming up. LAFC OG Jordan Harvey is in the house, and he and fellow OG Max Bredos join up to talk about LAFC's 2021 season and help us pick the best moments of the year. El Chiva Mayor, Julio Ramos, is back with another El Barrio Angelino feature, taking a look at Rey Salcedo's epic mission, bringing casual culture to LA. But first, LAFC players tell us who's most likely to be an Instagram influencer if they didn't play soccer in one of the final LAFC Class of 21 segments this season. See you next year, homies. It's gonna be a good one. Let's go!
Who is most likely to become an Instagram influencer?
Bryce, for sure.
The hair?
Yeah.
Bryce.
Yeah.
Bryce. He's got all the hair. He's got everything. Yeah.
Bryce, dude.
Didn't even look
100%.
I'm gonna go with Tristan, just because, like, his Instagram is solid. He's always posting on it and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go with Tristan.
Bryce. Yeah. Bryce. Jordan. No, yes, Tristan. I picked Tristan.
Tristan has like a pretty solid Instagram game. He's throwing out stories all the time that are pretty entertaining. And then you have Bryce with that hair.
Glad you guys can make it. Appreciate it.
Don't rush us.
Come on, we got a show to do.
All right.
Okay.
Not only have Connor and Vince join me, but we also have a very special guest, LAFC defender. But we've seen you many other places, too. Jordan Harvey, the one and only.
Wow. Jordan!
Yeah. Is it studio audience?
Yeah, thanks for having me. My schedule is wide open. So,
yeah. I know you and Vince get compared, but today's not the ideal day. You guys don't really look that identical.
I heard in the studio, Vince is going around saying that's him celebrating with the team after the 2019 Supporter Shield. So I don't know.
Vince started
Prove that it's
the
not.
truth?
Prove that it's not.
We're going to talk about some of the best of the 2021 season for LAFC, but before we get into that, we want to get a player's perspective of the season. So just tell us what it was like. This season in an incubator, how did Jordan Harvey see it?
I find that the 2020 season and this season, I feel like it's just a blob. I really do. I feel like it hasn't ended. It's been just a tough one. Even just starting out with the season, the results, and then the injuries, it's just been up and down. I don't think we've had, our true probably starting 11 at all this whole season, given transfers and injuries. So it was a difficult one. Probably the toughest that LAFC has ever seen, for sure.
We're the second lowest average consistent starting lineup in the league. So basically you're chopping and changing every game. What does that do to your style play, to the way LAFC plays?
It's difficult to lay the foundation. You're bringing in new guys, whether it be trades or, like you said, injuries. You aren't getting any cohesion, any consistency. And so when there's a constant message to a group and you have guys who have been here for a number of years, it's hard to continue that way when you have a whole new group, because I know how difficult it was in 2018, just starting to learn our system, how we play. In 2021, when you bring in new guys, and then all of a sudden guys are coming from USL now starting, it's difficult to continue that thread.
Speaking of formations, LAFC traditionally have played the 4-3-3, and coming into the season with that formation change, how did the team adapt to that?
We did in 2018. We played somewhat of a 3-5-2 with Beitashour and myself as the wingbacks. But that was only really on the road, and when we were still trying to find our feet and our system and the way we play. And so it was a matter of personnel. It wasn't like a conscious decision, we're going to go this route. It was a matter of personnel, who we were playing at that moment, and how we could best compete in that time. So if you go back and you say, if we had the right personnel, what formation would we play? It'd be a 4-3-3, without a doubt.
The biggest perspective you can probably give us is from inside that locker room. We don't know anything that's going on in there. You have a lot of personalities in there. You have guys that are young and looking to go somewhere else. You have guys that this is their first MLS team. Like, how did you guys make that work, and at times did it not work?
Obviously, given where we are and where I am right now, it didn't work. Opening up the doors a little bit, the same stuff that happens on the field when you have new guys coming in and starting, it's the same coming into the locker room.
Carlos Vela, captain, El Rey, we love him. As someone who's been in the locker room with him for the course of the club's history, can you give your best guess on where he's going to be next season?
My best guess would be just that, a guess. I hope he's back. I really do. I don't know definitively. I know they are obviously negotiating, and how that ends up, I don't know. But I do think that him on this team, it just makes him better. He's a cheat code, is what I say. Whenever he's on the field, whenever he's on your team, small-sided, whatever, he just makes things happen. And that's what you need in this league. And you can see that in 2018, 2020 for stints. He's just hit a rough patch of injuries, and it's really difficult. Seeing him go through these injuries and seeing his level of consistency, like we talked on the podcast, just as his attitude and his character, it doesn't waver. He's always the same guy. So when he's at the highest MVP level, he's this same guy.
Yeah.
So when he's injured and he's on the training table and he's working his tail off to get back on the field, people don't see that.
Yeah.
They think that he's just relaxing and he's vacationing somewhere. It's not the case. He's working day in, day out to get back on the field. And unfortunately, time ran out, because you would have liked to have seen him finish the season.
Got him in at the tape. It was, I think you can take away from that. I feel good about it based on what you said, but I'm not going to tweet it out to everyone that we'll see him next season. But
Connor and I will.
Okay.
I'm pushing for it.
I have a burner.
So,
I'm pushing for it too.
Yeah.
The show's pushing for it.
Of course, you got everything around here, so you'd have to change the whole thing up.
Yeah, we have to get a different jersey behind me.
Law of averages says you'll have a healthy year.
Yeah.
And he's been working on it. All this week, 110 Football's social media has been asking fans to vote on our end-of-season superlatives. We'll reveal what you, the fans, think, but we've got our own opinions, and we have Jordan, who actually lived these moments pitchside. So it's the best of both worlds. We've got fans, pundits, and players' perspective. Let's take a look at these.
Oh.
That's fantastic work, guys.
Look at that graphic.
Graphics department's strong.
Okay, let's start best newcomer.
It's really easy.
He might be the best newcomer in the league.
Absolutely.
Mamadou Fall. No, but I mean, Mamadou should get a little credit.
It has to be Chicho.
Yeah, but if you want to parse it a little bit,
where would we have been without Chicho?
yeah, you probably wouldn't have come on the show.
And not.
Well, we could have done this maybe 3 weeks earlier.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, exactly.
Let's go. Speaking of goals, best goal. And there was a few here, but
Easy. Brian Rodriguez against Galaxy.
yeah, I know. That was one of the best goals I've ever seen in this league, frankly.
I think it has to be Brian, just because so often you saw those runs in the years that he's been here, and he would dice people up, and then the finished product wasn't always there. It was there in moments, but this one was just by far the best. I feel like it should be up for goal of the year, in all honesty.
I mean, Carlos's goal against RSL, you're a left footer. Like, could you put that ball where he put it?
No, but it's just, with Carlos, it's funny because it's not shocking. It happens all the time. So when you say goal of the year, you're like, I could pick 10 goals like that Carlos has hit, maybe more.
Quickly, since we do have Jordan here, is Brian's goal the greatest LAFC goal of all time?
Wow.
No, I don't think so. I think the goal against San Jose that Carlos scores, where he basically dribbles it into the goal, I think that hands down takes it for me, just because it's hilarious. So disrespectful.
It's hilarious.
Hilarious.
And unfortunately this is true, whenever I think of Lima, I see the visual of him lunging in the box and Carlos just kind of tapping it over, and then the goalkeeper trying to take him out, and he just disregards
And then
him.
Almeida gets ejected just after that.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
That's a posterized moment, so Lima forever included. I'm glad. We'll remember him very fondly. Turning point, and let's look, the season didn't turn all the way, but it did have a nice turn at some point where it looked very dire, and LAFC fought to the very end to make the postseason, just fell short there at the end.
If you're saying you had a bit of a turning point but ultimately didn't make it, then is the real turning point possibly the injuries? Is it Carlos getting injured early in the season? Does that set off the whole thing? Or is it Eddie getting injured midway?
That's a huge one as well. Eddie, it goes unnoticed a lot just because of Carlos, and then transferring Diego. But yeah, Eddie was a huge one in the back. But it's hard to just pick one thing out because things happened every point of the season.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Kind of set the tone for the season. That was like the first among a series of unfortunate events.
Yeah.
So the turning point for me was right at the get-go.
I would agree. I would actually agree with that.
Twists and turns. It's like going skiing, which we'll all be able to do very, very soon here. I'm looking forward to that. Biggest surprise. There was some. And by necessity, you needed to in this season because of the injuries, thrust into big spots. But
is this where my big newcomer speech plays?
There you go.
Is Mamadou the biggest surprise?
Mamadou's got to be the biggest surprise, but his athleticism was evident from the very beginning.
So not such a big surprise.
Well, no, I think the goals coming and how they came, just emphatic dunks in the box, I think, and the way he celebrated. So I think the fans loved it. It gave us a boost.
Favorite moments? And when we hear you talk about, and we go to the Performance Center, and the spirits are always good. Even when the results weren't there, you'd see it, and it would be uplifting for me. But even beyond that, with some games, what stood out?
Yeah, I mean, we tried to distill it down into just really like a condensed moment. So like one of the thoughts we had was when Mamadou finally ran into 32-52 and celebrated. I know a lot of guys have wanted to do that. Danilo did kind of a Lambo leap.
Endearing himself to the 32, which is very...
Dio did it as well. Yeah, there was a few beers tossed on me, I think.
Yeah, I think we tried to forget that one because we didn't really like the way
Dio didn't,
that, Chicho's celebrations, we already brought that up, were great.
For me, given like personally, it was having there were moments where I was able to have my wife sing the national anthem, my kids come out into the field.
She crushed it on that last one, the Vancouver game, by the way.
Yeah, and she loves it. And so those are the moments for me at this point in my career that I just sit back and really try to relish and take in.
Team MVP.
Team MVP. I mean, you'd like to go back to Chicho, but
I like how you're thinking this one through. That's interesting.
No, but in all
that's
honesty,
easy answer. No,
I think our MVP, and this is going to be strange, is Edward Atuesta. I think we play our brand of football when Edward is on the field, and he just allows us so many different ways of playing, and really gives us that. So I think he's our MVP.
Chicho, I'd follow up.
It's an easy one.
But the answer was Chicho.
Since we're talking end of the season and the MLS Cup playoffs start this weekend, enjoy them. Even though we have an LAFC, go pick a team and enjoy the ride. It's a great product.
Stop saying that.
Let's do some quick predictions. Who wins MLS Cup in 2021? Where do I start? Jordan?
Sure.
Start
somewhere else?
Or somewhere else.
Connor?
Colorado Rapids.
Colorado Rapids.
Beta, Mark Anthony. I mean, they beat us 5-2. Top in the West. Although consistently all season they haven't been the best. I'm on the Rapids hype train.
Colorado gets to play all their home games in the Western Conference, and they're 16 unbeaten.
Live from
Whenever they
City,
play again, it's
Colorado.
gonna be like a month before they play.
I don't want to say Seattle because it feels like a weird year when Seattle just is going to somehow grind their way to it. So I'm going to instead go the grinder team from the East, Nashville.
Nashville and Colorado, was that?
Nashville versus Colorado. I think Nashville wins in penalties because they love drawing games.
An MLS Cup final in Commerce City between Nashville and Colorado is going to be not the best.
So I'm going to go Kansas City.
They're going to have to get healthy, right?
Yeah, I like Sporting. They've been there, done that. I think they've got a good veteran base that they're going to grind through these playoffs.
There's some similarities here. I think it's going to go bananas. I'm picking New York City FC to win it over the Vancouver Whitecaps.
So the final is going to be played at Yankee Stadium?
Vancouver Whitecaps.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
The coach says they're going to beat Sporting. I believe
they'll probably rent out Red Bull Arena, right?
Yes.
This means the final will be at New York Stadium, at the Yankee Stadium. Could you imagine a final being played
Don't worry.
there?
No, the reason you're having this conversation is because you now believe this is going to happen.
Can we please
know.
move on?
Let's move on. Those are our MLS Cup predictions. I want to thank Jordan. Always great to see you, my friend.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you for having me. This is a beautiful set. Congratulations.
Next time,
guys.
shave your head when we do the gag with
No,
Vince. We
please don't.
appreciate
I'll
it.
commit to the role next time.
First LAFC player in the 110 football fan cave. They can never take that away from you, and we couldn't think of a better debut.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Jordan.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
An honor.
I like you get the
One more.
There's a lot of people in here. Speaking of our MLS Cup predictions, a few months back we did way too early playoff predictions for the Western Conference. Let's see how those look now with the playoffs about to start. You have two emojis in front of you. If you think the team is going to make the playoffs, then you flash the broccoli emoji. If you think the team is going to fall short of the playoff line, then naturally you flash the castle emoji.
Yeah,
We're all in agreement. Seattle Sounders.
I mean, this is pretty
you
straightforward,
need to
right?
wait on this one.
Yeah.
Broccoli.
Next.
All the way. Sporting
Okay.
Kansas City.
I mean,
Eat your veggies, kid.
They have to make it.
Yeah.
Portland Timbers.
I like their schedule.
Like their schedule. Why? Because they play Miami? Minnesota United.
I like
Me
their
against the
schedule as
world.
well.
you snooze, you loon.
I like
Adrian
their schedule
Heath.
as well.
There we go.
Adrian-
We got it to part. Yay.
All right,
Real
now.
Salt
Okay,
Lake.
this one's a tough one.
I don't know, man. No.
Oh.
When I kept the Galaxy in, this was the team.
Yeah, exactly. Dude. We can't have everybody.
.110 Football in partnership with Adidas.
We kicked Max out of the fan cave after seeing his horrible predictions.
Why are you still here?
Because I have a contract. And I'm here to welcome Julio Ramos back to the show and special guest, Jose Rey Salcedo.
Yeah. Julio, we're so excited for another edition of El Barrio Angelino. We're looking at another aspect of football and supporter culture here in Los Angeles. So what's the segment about today?
Well, on this second segment, first of all, thank you for having me again. Happy to be here. This segment, I wanted to show the world, that football and the MLS is real. And for that, I bring somebody that represents that very well. He's going to show us the LA Casual movement here in Los Angeles. His amazing collection of shoes. And Jose Salcedo is the man.
Well, thank you guys for having me. I'm very excited. I'm looking forward to what you guys put together. I know it's going to be something crazy, and I hope that everybody enjoys it, enjoys the collection. And if anybody wants to come and hang out, they're welcome to come to my house, and we'll talk football, we'll talk shoes, and we'll talk trainers.
Well, that's my man, Jose Salcedo. Y esto es El Barrio Angelino.
My name is Jose Salcedo, mostly known as Ray among the LAFC community. And I've been following the LAFC since day one, literally day one. Tonight, for Los Angeles, vamos! It was something that we were looking for a long time, a club that really represented the community of LA, and we got it. When they made the announcement of the stadium in Los Angeles, I remember clearly, me and my compadre would look at each other when Curran Price said, the stadium is gonna be built on the District 9 of Los Angeles. And we look at each other and I was like, that's it. We are the District 9 because we're going to be the roots of this club. Well, you know what? It was very special when we started. We literally were block by block. You know, everybody said, this club is going to play in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. You're crazy, man. But we believed in this project since day one, and we didn't get tired of inviting people to come and join it. And right now, when you see it, it's everything that we dreamed of. LAFC really shows what the community is about. When you walk into the stadium of Bank of California, it's like walking to a market in downtown LA. You know, South Central, East LA, Hollywood. The people that you see in those communities is the same people that you see in the stadium. That's why it feels like home. The 3252 is something else. You know, it's funny when we were talking about coming up with the name of the supporters. You know, in the culture, you know, everybody makes fun of other groups' names, right? Me and Julio will say, dude, if we pick a name, they're gonna clown us one way or another. They're gonna look for something that is gonna make fun of us. And when the 3252 came about in one of the meetings, we look at each other and said, like, look, they cannot make fun of a number, man. You know, and plus, you know, it's so much meaning behind it that, you know, we are above and beyond a regular fan. When we talk about the casual culture, right, it's something that came from Europe. When you follow the European leagues and you get more involved with what goes behind the scenes, right? Because football is just the 90 minutes on the pitch. You know, the culture is what happens right around it. And you start learning, you know, how the casuals came about. You know, a lot of the people here, we embraced it. You know, it's a lifestyle. It's not only the way you dress, but it comes with the way you manage yourself. You know, it's music, it's community, it's sharing what you know. I got about 350 scarves that I've collected throughout the years. I've been collecting for over 16 years. Es un estilo de vida, es una pasión que te nace. Por ahí tengo como unas 300 jerseys. And I got a little bit over 200 pairs of Adidas, man.
What? 200 pair of Adidas?
200 pares de Adidas. ¿Los quieres ver?
Yeah.
Va pues, síganme los buenos. Check this out. All right, brothers, so this is the big closet. Check it out. So this is the big room. And as you can see, man, if you're not a fan, it'll be hard for you to understand. Adidas, you know, it's been around for a very long time. I remember back in Mexico when my dad bought me some Adidas, he actually took them from the US to Mexico. It was special having something from the US. You know, Adidas is nostalgia. These shoes right here, being able to come up with something like this and being part of it, it was super special. For us to sit down and talk to the Adidas people and let them know, you know, what we like, what we think, and present it on this is something very special. Los Angeles Sambas, LAFC Sambas. This sneaker, it's super special. Not only because we designed them, but because not a lot of people have them. There was only about 40 pairs of these shoes made. This represents the work. It's gold, baby. So now these ones are so special, man, that I had to get them tattooed. You know, one by one, block by block, shoulder to shoulder. It's super special. These are the District 9 Terrace Trainers. This one is just the most recent one that came out a couple of days, you know. It still smells fresh, right out of the oven. Dude, this one, probably you can be a lawyer, a doctor. I don't know, brother. You can even become the president wearing these ones. The 3252, we wanted to take it to the next level. We wanted to be not only the best supporter group in California, but to be one of the best groups that can take the culture to another level. La raza, la paisanada, como decimos, la comunidad mexicana, latina, salvadoreña que está en la zona norte. You wear your Adidas, you wear, you know, your guayabera, dude. You know, whatever makes you happy. That's LA. Y tener nuestros zapatos es algo bien especial. Algo que queremos dejar como un legado en esta liga es de que somos en contra de la violencia. Para que nuestros hijos y nuestros nietos los puedan disfrutar, puedan venir en familia y crecer con el fútbol. Because this is our club and this is our community. This is where we're gonna be for so many years to come.
All right, I'm a man that loves my shoes. I probably have too many pairs, but you have so many pairs of shoes. Is there a favorite that you could pick out of there?
Oh, definitely the Adidas London, man, is the most sexiest, best looking shoe that you can have and you can wear.
What's funny is, that's so many shoes. I think I've only worn like 2 shoes in my entire life.
Yeah, we got to get this kid some more style.
Definitely, we got to take him shopping.
Let's do it.
Shopping spree.
All right, well, guys, it's now the off season for the LAFC players, but the 32-52 never stops, and it's a season of giving. So, guys, how can people get more involved with their communities and with LAFC supporters these next 2 months?
Well, for us, for 32-52 and the supporters in general, the end of the season is the beginning of a lot of work. When it comes to community, we're having a lot of community events, not just the 32-52, but also the supporter groups that are in the North End. And you guys can find more information on the 32-52 Instagram account. We're always posting everything there. And if you want to reach out to the 32-52, just go ahead and do it on the Instagram account, and we'll be more than happy to have you guys helping.
There's something going on with Turkey?
Well, we're playing the turkey ball, compadre. We should invite them, no?
Yeah.
Because they're about to come and kick the ball with us on Thursday early morning.
We've been known to play a little bit. We've done some things. So, I mean, if you guys will have us, we would gladly be there.
Definitely. We'll tell everybody we're bringing Jordan Harvey.
This guy gets it. See?
Thank you guys so much. The feature was incredible. We are really looking forward to seeing the work you guys do in the future for the community. If I had a 5-a-side team, I'd pick you guys to be on my side.
Oh, definitely, man. Nobody will mess with you, that's for sure.
I mean, that is true. But we asked LAFC players who they'd pick in our final LAFC Class of 21. You're going to pick your 5-a-side team, so 5 players on your dream team.
Is there a goalkeeper or no goalkeeper?
Sure.
I'll put myself, just to give myself. So, me, Sergio Ramos, Van Dijk, Mbappe, Messi, and Ronaldo. Just all out attack.
Me, Juan, Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, Mbappe. I'll take like Iniesta.
No defenders.
Yeah, no defenders.
All attack. I love it.
I need to pick a goalkeeper, unfortunately. Let's go with Alisson. I really like him. Holland is so hot right now, right? You've got Bruno Fernandes, very hot right now. Sergio Ramos, I just love the way he defends and he can attack as well. 5-side, you need that. Yeah. Then you have to pick Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi, and I'm more Messi, so I go Messi.
Ronaldinho, Brazil Ronaldo, and Cristiano Ronaldo, Messi, Carlos.
Vela?
Yeah.
Boom. I think maybe you're the first one to put Carlos.
Oh, that's.
We'll let him know.
I won.
Jeez, Mahalo knows his football history.
And all gas, no brakes. Like one defender, Roberto Carlos, barely counts.
Messi and Ronaldo on the same team.
Of course.
Anyway, Vince, I gotta say it. That's it. And although we've come to the end of the road, I still can't let go. It's unnatural.
Wait, Connor, are you reciting lyrics from the 1991 Boys to Men smash hit "End of the Road"?
What's a Boys to Men?
Oh, come on. What? You know what? Forget it. A sincere thank you to everyone for watching this year, and we look forward to seeing you all next season with a bigger and better 110 football show.
Boom.
Connor, that gag never gets old because we never know if you're f***ing with Vince or if you're actually culturally ignorant. Great job, dude.
Or both.
Genius.
You belong to
Oh, stop
me.
it.
I belong to you.
Oh, come on.
Hold you tight.
And the crew?
To the end of the night, I'll make love to you.
Thank you, everyone.
If you want
We'll see you next season.
And
You guys are way out of key.
It's like the national anthem, I think.
Oh, hot take.
See you guys next season.
Let's go.
Now that's fashion.
And this is 110 football. Welcome, Danny Rojas, to the club, everyone.
For this, whoa! Make way for LAFC, baby!
Not this guy.
I'm gonna kill
Let's
you!
go!
Oh my God, guys.
Colossus and Reynoso use sports injury law.
No! Oh my God!
Mortal Kombat. Fatality win.
It's a world star.
Watch out! Incoming.
Sucker.
Watch out!
Well, Vince doesn't need his lunch anymore.
Okay, what are we talking about this week on Turning Point? Turning Point. Turning Point. Yay.
Follow the line.
Holy
All right, this is not easy.
Whitney Houston once said, "I believe the children are the furniture."
In the words of my mom's favorite sitcom character, Pivot.
What? What? You look like Vince.
Wait, no! Vince, you have hair, bro? What?
Yeah. Talk. We've got to talk, man. I got to talk to you right now.
Vince, you can't keep doing this.
I know. Doctor-patient Wait a second. What is that?
My clients are from all walks of life.
Yeah, but how do you talk to it?
Hey, homie, are you a fan of 110 Football Show? Well, if you are, let us know. Hit that like and subscribe.